Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode.
God, you need to start over.
Oh my god. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of No One Asked, an advice podcast that features me, Lindsey, and in a revolving group of guests. Is it revolving? Is that the right word?
Evolving?
No, evolving is even less correct. I think revolving works.
I don't think varying.
Like a revolving group, like it changes. I don't know. Okay, anyways, stay tuned for this really exciting episode. It's another one that takes place in Berkeley. It's the third one, so get pumped. And we have two guests this time, one you've already met and a whole new one.
I'm Donna. I'm back.
That's my roommate, Donna.
And I'm Talia. It's nice to meet you all.
Okay, so tell the people a little bit about you, Talia.
Well, that's my least favorite question. That's the first thing you should know. I go to Berkeley, and I'm a sophomore. And Lindsey and Donna are my only friends. So this is a little bit of a roommate podcast because, like, we're roommates, but also we're not. Because I just tag along. As I said, I don't have any friends. And that's all you need to know about me.
No, that really sums you up well. Good job.
Yeah, just for reference, we call Talia our third roommate.
Yeah, like our group chat is called Roomie.
Right, even though I'm not a roomie.
Yeah, even though Donna and I are actually roommates, and Talia just hangs out with us a lot.
The first time I introduced you guys to my real roommates, they were like, oh, who are they? And I said, these are my roommates, Lindsey and Donna. And they were like, what?
Let's get into our segment where we provide unsolicited advice to anybody or anything. It's called Literally No One Asked. I can go. This is, like, not good, but I can go.
Yeah, go. And then I'll base mine off yours.
Okay. So mine is a book recommendation for you readers out there.
That's me. I'm a reader.
Yeah, so this is advice for you readers. And it's relevant for this podcast because Talia and I are both reading the book right now.
Mm-hmm. I read a little last night.
You read more?
A little bit.
I just got to the Valentine's Day part. Or I just passed it.
You can spoil the book.
No, that's not. That's like...
It's just a day in the book.
Yeah, it's
a
just
day
a
in the
holiday.
Life. But do you know what Valentine's Day is?
Oh, she doesn't. Because she never celebrates
Donna,
it. Ba-ba-ba.
So mean, but so good.
Anyways, the book is called The Light We Lost. It's about these two people and their, like, love story over a long time. But I like it because it's not just, like, and they're in love and it's beautiful. Like, it's, like, there's, like, more to it. It's, like, more complex.
It's also just written really well.
Yeah, it's written well. I like when it takes place. Mm-hmm. It's actually the authors, it's, like, by Jill Santopolo or something, but it's her first adult novel. Mm-hmm. She's never written an adult book before, but it's good. So I feel like it would be a really good summer read, too. Like, a little, like, beach read.
And then it'll, like, get you in the mood for a summer fling.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a fun idea. What if we, like, give advice to our future selves?
Okay, give advice to your future self.
My next year, like, sophomore self.
That's cute.
But then you have to listen to this a year from now.
Okay, like,
on the last day of class.
Given everything that I've learned this semester, or, like, this year, what's advice for next year?
That's a good idea.
I don't want to go first.
It's really timely, too, because, guys, today, it's Friday. It was our last day of classes, which is crazy. It's our last day of classes of freshman year and Talia's of sophomore year.
True.
This morning, Lindsey and I, like, cried.
Did you actually?
Yeah, we, like, made a playlist and we're crying.
I started crying this afternoon, half because I was just, like, emo, but also because I realized it was the last day of class. And, like, I hated this year, but...
Did you really?
Yeah.
I feel like everyone hates their sophomore year.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was going to give advice on, was sophomore year. Because sophomore slump is real. Let me just say it. And, like, freshman year, you don't realize how fun it is until, like, it's over. And then you look back on all your, like, Snapchat memories and your pictures and you're like, fuck, I miss it. And Clarker's the best. Like, nothing is as good as Clarker. Even living in a sorority, not gonna be as good.
That's what we were sad about. Clarker is our dorm, and we were sad today that we weren't gonna live here anymore.
Like, I was walking up with Sam when he was gonna go play basketball, and I was like, hey, remember when we used to live here? And he was like, yeah, I miss it. Like, everyone misses
That makes me feel even
and he
sadder
hated his
about
roommate.
it.
Yeah.
He hated his roommate and he still missed it.
Yeah. So, like, Clark Curry, you'll never get the same living experience again. Classes, for the most part, suck sophomore year. I'm gonna keep saying all the bad things, and then I'll think of advice to give you after. But first, I'll list the bad things. I mean, well, mine was different because I lived in an apartment, and that sucked. So never do that in your entire life. So sophomore slump is real. However, I think only if you let it get to you. Because there were weeks where I was like, oh my god, like, I really hate this year. But then there were weeks where I was like, you know what? Like, screw school, and, like, grades don't matter that much. Like, I would go a week without doing, like, any problem sets, with, like, without consequences. You know, like, if there's consequences, like, do it. But
Like, this week.
Right, this week.
Tell the fans what you did this week instead of...
No, this week was a joke, and I loved it. It was a joke and a half, and I truly had a great time. So we played this little game called Derby Days, which was a philanthropy for a frat. But at the same time, it was also just pitting sororities against each other. It was like a little healthy competition that got kind of unhealthy at some points in time. And basically, instead of going to class, I just ran around chasing boys in hats to try and, like, get points for our team.
Yeah, because if you still stigmatize the frat that puts this on, and if you steal their hat that they wear,
you get a point.
Then you get points. So we'd, like, it was ridiculous. We'd, like, flock Kroger Fountain, which is, like, their head,
right.
Or the epicenter of, like, the hats. The headquarters of the hats.
Mm-hmm.
And there'd be, like, 3 different sororities, and we'd all be standing around. And, like
10 girls from each.
Yeah, like, elbowing each other to get it.
Like, the minute a guy would come and you knew he was in Sigma Chi and he would put on a hat, you were, like, on top of him.
Yeah.
Like, there was not a moment where I wasn't touching a Sigma Chi man.
My favorite moment of it was Talia and I were both there for this. So we were chasing this one, and this is embarrassing because we're college students, and we're doing this on campus, and there's only like 10% of campus is in Greek life, so everybody else is like, who are these stupid girls like chasing these men? Yeah. So we were chasing this one guy, and he kept dodging us, and then we cornered him, and it was like, he had nowhere to go but into the bushes, and then he just dives into the bushes.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh, really?
Okay, so that was really good. Yeah.
And then he takes like one
like
more...
literally as if he was diving into a pool.
Yeah, takes one more step, like full on like belly flops into the bushes and looks like he's swimming. Like, it was ridiculous.
And then I couldn't get his hat because I just started dying of laughter.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe he was delusional and thought he was in a pool. Like, I don't know what was going on.
It looked like he was doing the breaststroke.
And then he, like, stood up and just kept running. Yeah. I was like, whoa. No, the funny story I thought you were going to say was when I was walking with a guy, like, and I was like, oh, he was going into the library.
Oh, God.
And I was like, okay. Basically, he said, if you walk me to the library, I'll give you this hat. I was like, great. So I start walking him to the library, and another girl from, like, a different sorority comes to fight. She wants to tussle. So she stands on the other side and starts talking to him. But I think he liked me better because, like, we were conversing more. Like, I actually had a conversation with this guy. Then Lindsey comes in with another girl, and they're like, we got your back. Like, we're back up here. And we all go into the library, and I thought he would just give me the hat, but he kept holding it. And, like, literally walks into the quiet part of the library.
Where, like, a ton of people that
we know are in there. And it was, so there's one guy with a hat on and 4 girls, like, or 5 girls following, because there were 2 from the other sorority, following him in there. Everyone looked at us, and we were all, like, whispering, like, get the hat. And at that point, there were too many people in there that I knew that I couldn't keep going with it. So I stood to the side and just, like, was laughing to myself. And I was like, I can't do this. But you 2 and the other 2
No, not
girls,
us 2. Because it was just me. The other girl from our sorority that also came as backup was like, this is way too embarrassing. I need to go.
Gabby. So it was just Lindsey and these 2 other sorority girls. The second this kid sat down and put on his hat, it was like a fight to the death. They all, like, scrambled to get the hat, and then one person got it, and we all walked out, and the entire library was staring.
Well, it was like me and these 2 girls had our hands on the hat. I had, like, a little bit of the guy's hair in my hands. We're all like grabbing for it, like wrestling for it, and I was like, there's 2 girls against me. This is so embarrassing. I must let go. So I let go, and I was like, you guys have it. It's yours.
Yeah.
It was just super
way too
embarrassing.
many people in there to keep going with that.
Yeah, that might have been a mistake. Probably advice literally no one asked advice for my past self would be the hat, not worth it.
And you didn't even get it in the
And
end.
I didn't, so it really wasn't worth it.
No, but in that sense, I would say that Derby Days was worth it because I had a great time doing it.
Yeah.
Did I go to class this week? Not really. Did I get a 0 out of 10 on a math quiz? You betcha. Did I also get a 2 out of 5 on another math quiz? Yeah, I did.
2 out of 5, major improvement.
Honestly, pretty good.
Yeah, proud of you.
Was it worth it, though, to skip class and go to Derby Days? Heck yeah, it was. It really was. Hey.
It's Marian! We're recording a podcast, Marian.
Ooh.
Do you want to be in it?
Sure.
We're talking about Derby Days.
Pull up your chair.
Oh,
So my
chair.
third...
Oh, no, this is your chair.
No, that's my chair. My third roommate, Marian, just came in. She's joining the podcast, and now we have 3 whole guests. Marian, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Marian.
Tell the people a little bit about you.
I go to UC Berkeley. I'm majoring in data science.
Yeah, she is.
That's all I know.
Nice. Okay, that's good.
Anyway, that was
She's
like
also
more
roommates with the
relevant
best
information
person
than I
in the
give.
entire world, in Donna. Ba-da-ba-bow. Do you want to give advice to your sophomore self? Because that's where this whole conversation started.
Okay, you didn't let me finish.
I'm sorry.
I basically just shared all the shitty parts of sophomore year
sorry.
and never gave you advice for them.
You continue.
So my advice is that, another piece of advice is that you should go out at every opportunity because once you're a junior, it's like weird if you go out, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna turn 21 and then you can go to bars, which is like fun on its own. However, you can't just like go to a frat. So
Yeah, it's like not as accepted.
no, it's not, and it's not as fun. So do that a lot.
Donna, what's advice for your future self?
Well, now I'm just like want to say good luck.
Like,
I don't know.
Nice.
nice. Marian, what's advice for your sophomore self?
Wait, I feel like I would just tell myself like not to stress myself out too much because it's like it could be very stressful here. Just like, know that I'm not the only one and that grades aren't everything. And I think also to have a better mentality. Like I always tell Lindsey this, instead of saying like I have to do something, I want to change my mentality to I get to do something.
That's what we tell our 8-year-olds at camp.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because it makes a difference, honestly. Like when you're more positive, or like just like tell yourself that you're more positive, I feel like you're just happier.
Yeah, but Donna and I like abuse it and flip it into a joke, so we're going around like, I get to be miserable today.
I get to want to die today.
Yeah, but then you're smiling while you say it.
That's true. Okay, Marian, what's advice for your future self?
To not get sick again for 2 months.
Do you want to tell the fans a little bit about that?
I got mono before spring break.
Woo!
Was in the hospital during spring
Oh
break.
yeah.
Then missed 2 weeks of school.
Nice.
And
But
didn't
now
tell
I'm-
her roommates, by the way.
Yeah, didn't let us know. Just didn't show up.
dying
Let's
of
just put
sickness.
that in there. 2 weeks, we had a double.
But that was nice for you guys. More space.
Yeah, it was really nice, honestly.
It was a lot of space.
Screw you. It's so nice.
Now I'm better. Also to stop being stupid while being drunk.
That's a good one.
big
That never
mood.
gets old.
No more dabby things.
Yeah. No more being a dab is like the motto of next.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so your motto is no more being a dab, and that's what mine should be, but I already proclaimed mine, and it's I'm a slave to the rave.
True, you did.
I'm a slave to the rave. Like my
Honestly,
great
any way
grandbig
you
said
interpret
it when she was like in
I love that
Vegas.
story.
I know.
Yeah, and she was not sober and was like, I'm a slave to the rave. So I've like taken that. I've coined it. It's now mine.
Can I just say I really feel like David Dobrik while recording this podcast?
Really?
Yeah, because I listened to his this morning.
And is it good? Do you feel good about it?
Yeah, I do feel good. I feel like I could guest star on his.
Okay, you probably could.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so our first question is how to snatch a man you're crushing on. I feel like we're not the best at this. Yeah. Andy needs to come back. Our friend Andy was here before we started recording, and she's great at this.
Is she really?
She like walks into a room, is like, that boy's cute,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden like they're like hanging out.
Yeah, that's
She'll
never
go in
happened to
and
me.
be like, him. Like, that's it. It's him. And, no, I'm serious.
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
crazy.
And
It's
then it works
crazy.
every single
Wow.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like her confidence. Maybe she just has a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I guess be confident is probably
Yeah,
a huge
that's
one.
a great one. Also just like go after what you want. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, I think it's easier for college too, because it's like not as embarrassing.
Right. Also, depending on who it is, like you might never see them again.
That's so
yeah.
true.
Like maybe you have mutual friends, maybe you don't. It's probably better if you don't.
Yeah.
Definitely better if you don't.
There you go. You're so welcome. Let us know how it goes when you snatch your man. How to make your favorite meal when you don't have a kitchen.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, Talia has a kitchen this year because she lives in an apartment.
Right.
But Marian, Donna, and I don't have a kitchen. And you last year didn't have a kitchen, Talia.
True.
So we're equipped to answer this question.
Okay, well, it depends what your favorite meal is.
Like,
Very
what's yours?
broad.
What's yours to make in here without a kitchen?
Mac and cheese.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, mac and cheese, love it.
I also feel like I got a lot of frozen foods from Trader Joe's that I would just like put in the microwave, and that was
Yeah.
really easy.
No, all you need is a microwave. That's
Yeah.
super important. But once you have a microwave, it's like the world is your oyster.
It is.
Oh.
Even though I have a kitchen, I mostly just use a microwave.
I
So,
know, because you make matzo pizza with a microwave, right?
well, that's just now because we have a lot of leftover matzo. But
Oh.
yeah, in the microwave or in the oven. Although I have gotten better at cooking this year.
Really?
Yeah. I can
How?
make chicken, I can make vegetables, I can make rice, pasta. I can make turkey burgers.
Wow.
Wow. Why don't you ever cook for me?
Well, I don't cook that often, but
But if I did, you're not invited.
but next time I cook, you can come, which will I probably won't cook again this year.
And you won't cook next year because you're living in the house without a kitchen.
Right.
Oh, okay. So the opportunity has passed.
It was fun
I
while it
love
lasted,
cooking.
though.
I love to cook.
Really? I hate
it,
cooking.
yeah.
Why
Oh.
didn't you think I could do homework with you guys? This is terrible.
Oh yeah. Right now, Donna's like trying to do her math homework.
When's
Is it
due,
math?
Donna?
Yeah. Wednesday.
Oh, Donna, please.
Yeah, but I've had the plague all week, so I haven't been to lecture.
Fair.
Yeah. Get a microwave. Honestly, make little like. The matzo pizza brought this idea to me. Like make food, like simplify it. So if you really love pizza, like you can't make a pizza unless it's frozen, but you can't like make a pizza in your room without a kitchen. But if you got some matzo, how do you make matzo pizza?
You literally
Just put marinara and cheese.
and put it in the microwave for a minute.
There you go. So
It's
just
so
make
good.
little like different versions of the food you like.
Yeah. Also, like, I brought, like, cold cuts from home. I made sandwiches.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Some people have mini like panini presses.
Yeah.
That's smart
And
too,
there's a
and you can make
smart
toast
one.
on it also.
Oh, she had a mini waffle maker.
That's cute.
That
Would've
would be
been
smart.
But
such
that
a good
takes. But then you have to
idea.
have like waffle. Like you have to mix the
Yeah,
batter.
waffle. Oh,
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
You could put
Yeah,
like cinnamon
panini
rolls
presses
in there.
are
That'd be
nothing.
good.
Mm,
Maybe I'll bring a panini press next year and leave it in the kitchenette.
do
'Cause
it.
you can like bring stuff in there.
Do you have a panini press?
I do at home, but I don't know how often my family uses it.
Wow.
Like, my brother
Yeah,
and I
That's
share.
schmance.
I have
Little
one
panini
too.
press. Wow. LA
What
girls.
else can I bring this year? I have a blender. I'm gonna bring it.
Oh, because smoothies are that's a big thing. That's what I
Right.
really miss here. Smoothies. Yeah.
Ryan has one.
Who?
Ryan.
Has a smooth has a
Yeah.
smooth has a
He has
blender?
A
And
smoothie.
he blends it in the bathroom.
I've never Ryan lives on our floor. I've never seen him blend in the bathroom. Does he like bring
He
it?
blends.
Yeah, he brings his protein powder and like his
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Of course. And he just like
Spinach.
plugs it in an
Yeah.
outlet and
Why doesn't he blend in his room?
I don't
That's
know.
the question. We have no idea. I know Shane in the house also wants to get like a grill or something. She's trying to get that approved so people can like cook-
grill.
Like
That's
you know how
dope.
they have like just like small grills
Yeah.
so people can like cook vegetables and
That's
stuff.
that's a great idea because
Yeah.
I hate the raw vegetables, but I like when they grill it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite vegetable?
Okay. Answer that, and then also answer if you were a vegetable, which one would you be? But it can't be the same answer.
Okay.
Like it can't just be your
Okay,
favorite.
everyone think for a second, okay? Okay, so my favorite vegetable is Brussels sprouts when they're cooked right.
Ew.
Not raw, just not raw.
I was not expecting that.
And the vegetable I would be, I think probably an asparagus.
Why?
Because it's like, people don't usually have like strong feelings
I'm gonna look up a list
hating
of
asparagus. Oh, maybe I should have done that.
That's okay, yeah.
But people.
I feel like you look like an asparagus.
Thank you. Oh my god, Donna, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Yeah, but I feel like people don't have like strong feelings against asparagus, which I think usually people don't have strong feelings against me.
Yeah.
That was a long hesitation.
No, I like didn't process what you were saying. But yeah, no, you're right. I heard that some people can't smell asparagus.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, so
Didn't I
there's
tell you
two
this?
things. I learned that in my MCV class. One, you like some people can't smell it, and then the other thing is that when you eat asparagus, it changes the chemicals in your pee. Okay, I could be really wrong about this.
No, I think that's
but it's
right.
something along the lines of it changes the chemicals in your pee, and so your pee smells different. But depending on your like genetic buildup, you can either smell that change in your pee, or you can't. And most people can't smell it. It's hard for me to choose my favorite because I really do enjoy veggies. I think I can't choose one, but it would be a mix of like broccoli and asparagus.
Broccolini.
Oh my god, Donna, you're right. Broccolini is my favorite.
I think broccolini is my
Broccolini.
second.
Broccolini is 100% my favorite. But if I were one, I think I'd be a potato.
Potato's not a vegetable.
Yeah, it is. I just looked up list of veggies and it was included.
It's a starch.
Potato is very versatile.
Potato.
No, really? I don't think. Okay, because obviously we'd all be potatoes.
What?
I would so
Why
be.
is that obvious?
Yeah, that's not obvious at all.
I would so be a potato if potato was an option.
You would not
Wait,
be
you
a
didn't even
potato.
let me
I'm
explain
tired
myself,
all
though.
the time.
I
Sorry,
agree, she's a
continue.
Are
potato.
potatoes tired?
Potato?
Yeah, they just seem
Couch
sleepy.
potato?
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
let her finish.
Sorry.
Thank you, Donna. Now you're my
I'm
favorite
gonna let you
again.
finish then.
No, I was gonna say potatoes because they are so. First of all, they're so versatile, and there's so many different types. Like when I say potato, I could mean sweet potato. I could mean
Mashed potato.
Japanese potatoes, normal white potato,
They're little
mini,
red potatoes.
big. Like
Mashed
no one
potato.
knows what I mean. and
French fries.
curly fries, mashed potato.
So
twice
basically,
baked
Talia
potato.
thinks she's really cool.
No, that's just to
Talia
say
thinks she's
that.
the backbone of society.
Yeah.
Yeah. Case closed.
Okay, Marian, what
I'll
about
say
you?
I
one
have
of my
no idea.
favorites is zucchini because when you peel them, they look like rainbows.
Nice, Donna. I kind of like that.
Who doesn't love rainbows?
Yeah.
I'm a turnip because I like to turn up.
Okay, Marian, what's your favorite vegetable?
I like
Maybe a
avocados.
wax lord.
Avocados? What vegetable would you be?
I took a test and it said I'm a broccoli because I'm misunderstood and underappreciated.
Oh, I love that for you.
I don't know. What do you think? What vegetable do you think I'd be?
It's hard.
Horseradish root.
I used to
Why
always
is that
say,
right?
I used to always say asparagus,
No.
Oh, really?
but like
I
I
feel like
don't
you'd be a
think I'm an
green bean.
asparagus. I don't think
I
so.
agree with that.
You'd be edamame.
What? Corn. Corn is my favorite vegetable. I pick corn over
No,
broccoli.
corn is my favorite vegetable.
No, it's mine.
No, you don't even understand. They used to call me a farmer in high school because I would love corn. I would just always eat corn on the cob, like.
And do you still eat it, or that's a thing of the past?
Well, because then for a period I was like, oh my god, corn makes you so skinny, but it has so much starch in it,
Yeah,
so I
it
was like,
does.
I
It's
need
not
to
healthy.
stop. Yeah,
I didn't know
but
that.
I thought like it's a vegetable, so it must be healthy. So I
I
was
mean,
just
it's
like,
not like
eat it.
unhealthy if you eat it in like decent.
Yeah.
Like it's a vegetable.
But
so,
I'm just
like,
saying,
you
every
eat
time
it.
I would eat it, I would just like feel so good about myself
Right.
until I learned that it's wrong. I think I could be corn.
You could be corn.
Because you could be like on the cob or off the cob.
Yeah, and I'm a little.
That
bit
is so true. She totally can be on or off the cob.
What's the cob?
Like,
just so we're on the same page.
It's up to interpretation.
like you can be like wild. Well, you have like a lot of things. Like you can be wild, or you can be like the less wild one.
Also take into account the fact that corn on the cob, like a natural corn, tastes different than corn in a can. I feel like Donna could be both. Like corn in the can tends to, I can't remember which one I like better. I
The
think
cob.
The cob.
The can tastes worse.
Okay, you're right. So
Donna in a bad mood is
like corn
in the can.
Or just like if she's really
Okay.
like low key, like one of those low key moods that Donna has sometimes, like then she's like from the can, right?
So
like,
true.
Like there's still some flavor to it, but it's not great.
It's not as good.
I agree.
But then most of the time she's on the cob and she's like great, flavorful, sweet, yummy.
Wow. Keep going.
Right?
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Okay.
I was talking to Donna today, and I was saying that every time we do, like, what would you be, like, what jam would you be, like, what vegetable would you be, we always give Donna the best one. We're always like, Donna's the most important integral part. Like, we're always like, a soup, she's tomato bisque.
Tomato bisque from Ladle Leaf is
So good.
I almost got it today, but I didn't.
Yeah, but I'm like always the best. I don't know why. Like, I don't know who let me be the best.
Yeah, me. I really don't. It's so not true.
What's
I'm
another
just kidding.
example of when
Like, I
she
never
was picked
asked
as the
for
best?
it.
Well-
like between the three of us, we would say who's like a character of three.
Yeah.
And then she would
Oh,
always
she was
be
always
the
the
leader.
best one?
She's like
But I
Regina
never
George.
pick it. Like, they pick it.
But it's just true, too.
Who's Katie Heron?
There was no, because there's only three of us.
You would be Katie here.
Is she like the head bitch in charge?
Katie? No.
Which
No,
one's
Regina
Katie?
George
The stupid
is.
one?
No, there's Gretchen. Have you never seen Mean Girls? There's Gretchen, the stupid one.
Never seen this movie?
Wait, can you name them and their traits?
Gretchen, who's her sidekick. Regina George,
Okay,
who's
wait,
the
wait.
head bitch in charge.
Okay,
And then the stupid one, whose
Katie
name
becomes
is.
the head bitch in charge.
Yeah, but she's not. It's
but
not the
still,
same.
when you think of the movie, you don't think head bitch as Katie. You think
I
of it
do.
as
She's like the
Regina.
outsider.
Yeah.
Who
You're
becomes
wrong.
head bitch in charge.
For like a minute.
Yeah, you are so
You're
wrong.
incorrect.
Oh my god, I feel attacked.
Except Regina gets hit by a bus, so.
Wait, but who's the stupid one who like tells the weather with her boobs?
I forgot her name. Karen!
Oh, wow, you were so
Close.
close.
Oh, that was pretty good.
No, you weren't.
I said that was pretty good.
Oh.
You want to fight?
Kind of.
Oh my god.
Hey, let's answer another question.
Okay.
My question took a long time.
Mm-hmm.
A few turns.
Okay, this one is pretty.
Can we do these like weekly next year?
Sure.
Oh my god, yes. We'll just all come in your room and do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay.
Okay, so advise me on how to look fabulous. What's the one thing that you do, like, every so often that's like, this makes me feel good? Like, what do you wear? Like, what do you say? Or, like, what do you do? That, like, you're like, I look fabulous. And I feel fabulous.
I always feel really good after I go to the gym. Like, I'll go to the gym and then come back and be like, oh my god, I have abs when I don't. But it feels like it sometimes.
Noise.
When I straighten my hair.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Yeah, straighten her hair. I like when I've gone a while without putting on makeup, and I put on makeup.
That was gonna be mine.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was so sick this week, and today's the first day I put makeup on, and I just feel like, wow.
I feel. Oh my god! Also, I have a playlist that I made last week called "Sass" with a money sign. So follow me on Spotify.
Just one or with three?
No, just one.
Okay.
3 would be overkill a little bit. But it's like Lizzo music, and it's like I had Beyonce on it.
Will you share it with me?
Yeah, and it's like feels like very like boss ass bitch, like female empowerment. Like when I play that and I'm walking, I feel like really fabulous.
I think also when you, like, start the day really good and, like, playing music, like, just, like, music can change your whole life. Like, when I wake up in the
That was
morning with
inspirational.
music playing... No, because, like, I wake up earlier than them.
Yeah.
So I'm always, like, tiptoeing or
Right.
whatever, and it's, like, dark. But on Fridays, Lindsey and I get ready together, and, like, we play music, and, like, we sing, and it just, like, starts the day well. Then I just, like, feel good.
You're right.
Like, I leave the room smiling.
I agree. Noise. Okay, we answered that one. Oh my god, we're all Jewish in this room right now.
Whoa.
L'chaim!
Mazel tov. You know, tonight's party is bar mitzvah theme?
I know. I was
What do you wear
watching
to that?
I don't know.
a dress that you would wear when you were 13. I'm just kidding.
I should have had my mom ship
Yeah.
my bar mitzvah dress.
When I
It would
was
probably fit my leg now.
I was watching Endgame last night, which is obviously so good. Totally recommend. You gotta watch it if you haven't and you're a fan of Marvel. But anyways, I was watching it last night, and at the very beginning of the movie, I thought it was still trailers because I was like being a dab, and so I like yelled to Julie, who's my friend, that was actually in the last podcast. Listen to that. But I yelled to her, like, next to me, like, oh my God, tomorrow's, like, party theme is bar mitzvah theme. And everyone was like, shh. Julie said that she wanted to be the one in the chair that, like, you were around. But when I was in 7th grade, I was invited to a bar mitzvah of, like, a cool girl. Who was very... Oh, sorry. So I was really... She was, like, intimidating and stuff. Anyways, I go to her service, and I'm sitting, and I walk in, and guess what? She's wearing the same dress as me. And she goes, bitch. I knew this would happen. Like, she's so upset. She's, like, calling her mom, like... And I was literally like, oh, my God, I barely have any friends here.
Mitzvah?
Yeah. And I was literally freaked out. I was, like... so sad, and I was so freaked out. It was terrible.
So what'd you do in the end?
Well, like, it was her service. I wasn't gonna go home. Right. And also the temple was far away from where I live.
Sure.
So I, like, was, like, really sad, and then I got in the car, and when my mom picked me up, and I was crying. Aww. And I was like, they all hate me now.
No.
And
they
then
probably did.
It's like in The Greatest Showman when they make fun of the girl who's a ballerina, and then she's like, I never want to be a ballerina again. That's why I watched it last night.
Of course you did.
It was only my 3rd time, Donna.
Oh, really? I've actually seen it like 4 times.
I've seen it 2.5 times.
But anyways, back to my story, because this is my podcast. When I, like, went to her party afterwards, so I was at night, I texted her beforehand, and I was like, what are you wearing so I don't come in the same outfit? No. And she was like, mine's custom made, so I don't think you're gonna come in the same outfit. And I was like, okay. Isn't that a scary story? That was a hard 13 reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A month before my bat mitzvah, was, like, my friends, and I got my dress at some random store in downtown LA, and it was, like, a blue, super sparkly dress. I was like, no chance anyone else has this. And also, by the way, at my party was on New Year's Eve, like December 31st.
No, that's iconic.
And it started later and ended later. Like, it ended at 1, so that, like, we could go through the new year.
That's so cool.
Right? And
thanks for the invite.
No problem. And everyone wore black and white, because it was, like, black and white themed, like, New Year's, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I wore a black and white dress during the first hour, like, cocktail hour, and then everyone, like, so the way that they did it at my temple for bar bat mitzvahs is that you had a cocktail hour outside, like, in the temple, like, hallway, basically, and you would hire people. So, like, the wax hands, or, like, figure drawing, like, whatever. Those people would sit out there the whole time, and people would just, like, schmooze for an hour, like, get food. Everyone was, like, starting to arrive. And then after an hour, they would open up, like, the dance area and, like, the actual food and, like, all those tables. And so I wore a black and white dress. And then when everyone moved into the other room, I went in and did a quick change into a blue dress.
Wow.
So I was the only one wearing a blue sparkly dress for my bat mitzvah. But anyway, so a month before mine, I went to my friend's party, and I was, like, so excited about my dress. No one's going to have it. And she had the same exact one, but in black. So it was okay, because no one really knew, but I knew, and I started crying at her party, because I was like, that's my dress. And then a month later, she came to my party and was like, oh my God, I was wearing the same dress. And I was like, yeah, I know. That's all.
Nice.
That's a good story.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so that's the end of our podcast. I'm now going to guess the phrases of the week. I have one more thing
to say. Bill Nye is super attractive if you're into that.
Oh my God, so my guess is Talia's phrase of the week is Bill Nye is super attractive if you're into that.
You're wrong. I'm kidding, you're right.
I was like, what a way to throw me off. Donna, did you say yours?
Yep.
No way.
You did so well. What was it? Wait,
give us a clue.
What part of the podcast was it?
The middle.
I don't know what that means.
What question were we answering? Corn? Was it corn? Did it have something to do with corn?
It was about that, like, near that time.
But did it have something to do with corn?
I'm not answering that question. I said, my favorite fruit is a zucchini because you can make a rainbow out of them, and who doesn't love rainbows?
My God!
Is that why you asked what's your favorite veggie?
Yeah.
You freaking genius!
That was good.
I was wondering why you said that. I was like, do they make rainbows? It didn't make sense to me.
I was confused too.
My delivery was not nearly as good.
That's why I brought up how Shane's might bring the stovetop thing. I was like, oh my God, perfect transition. And then
to grill veggies.
And I was like, oh,
Jesus,
what's your
you
favorite veggie?
Genius! Donna, you absolute genius!
You.
All right, guys, thank you for listening to this episode of No One Asked. If you have any questions, I literally say this every podcast and no one ever does it. Please leave a comment.
Sad boy reaction.
Text me if you have my number. Email me. Like, somehow, like, send in, like, snail mail. However you can. Page me. Fax me. Call me. Beep me if you want to reach me. However you can. Send me questions that you guys have. Thank you for listening.
Yay!